Okay, guys. I apologize for a little bit of a delay and a couple of bumps with starting up the Showa unit, but it's all up. I'll have to put the issues with the writing assignment, the drafts, but it's all up. Now, you may have heard, I'm sure you have already, that the college will be closed for a couple weeks. At least that's the announcement so far, with the coronavirus issue. Now, we will continue to move forward with this class, and that's, what our prerogative is. But a little bit, just so you know, if you have other classes, you should still find out from your instructor what you're going to need to do. The campus is not, the courses aren't shut down, but you can no longer attend the classes on campus. The instructor will probably be making some type of online arrangements, either through Canvas or Blackboard or some other means, using Google and things like that, probably for your other classes. So courses are not just stopped. They will continue. You should hear from your instructor on how you will approach the 2 weeks that are off. And it might or might not be a little bit longer. We don't know for sure. So I appreciate any patience with this situation. This isn't something we've had to do before, obviously. We're figuring it out as we go along. But you know what? Times have been worse. You had the Great Depression, we had World War II, so we will most certainly get through this episode. So stick with me on this. Just so you know, the Showa unit is posted. Okay? And I'll have this announcement posted right there. And I've updated these things. So you go to Showa, that's Unit 2, and you'll see this, and you're going to see Lesson 1. I go through the basic nature of history in this lesson. Now, a little heads up, this is an older video, but it goes through everything. I think it's about a year old or so, maybe not quite. But it goes through everything you need to know about the nature of history and primary and secondary sources, and how you develop your own interpretation. Because this assignment is going to be an interpretive assignment, a historical interpretation, and so this will go through the general ideas, okay? And I'll be posting the other, the lesson 3, 4, and all those up here soon enough. And here are the discussions, are posted right here, and the essay assignment is posted. I will be posting pretty soon the early drafts, the early and the middle drafts. I will be posting them here. So give me a moment on that and I'll catch up. Here is the Showa movie. Because we're going to be doing Showa as our primary source, you have the book. That will guide you through. That will provide the text for writing your essay. And I want to strongly encourage you, if you don't have this book, make darn sure you get yourself a used copy from Amazon or wherever you can, okay? So you want to watch the movie up till minute 35, and you can follow along with it, and then we'll be walking through the testimony online. I will be going through it with you, and watch up till minute 35. They go through Chelmno, and then in the second part, they go to Treblinka, and you get interviews with, like this gentleman right here is one of the Polish villagers where the Holocaust took place. And then you get interviews with 2 of the survivors from Chelmno. This is one of the early camps. And then right here, this is an interview he was having with one of the commanders running one of the camps. And you get an extensive interview with one of the survivors of that very same camp. And you get them talking about it and explaining how it worked and what went down. So you watch the first part of part 1 up till minute 35. You can't watch the whole thing. This part 1 is over 4 hours long, and part 2 is also over 4 hours long. So we're going to the segment. We're going to go to the first 35 minutes of part 1, and it is easy to do, but it's a little bit slower. But you pick up a lot. What you'll see is you'll pick up a lot from their testimonies, not just the fact of this, that, and the other thing that they're talking about, but watch the way they talk about it. Watch the way they think and what they discuss and what they avoid and all those things. Keep an eye on the testimonies. and how the people talk about it. And do they know they're being recorded? Do they not? And the one you're going to see with part 2 when we get to that, and you're going to need to watch the beginning up to minute 45, and then skip ahead to hour 4 or 11 minutes in, and then watch the end. That's at in the Warsaw Ghetto. Okay, so watch those testimonies, and you'll get a sense of how they talk about it. When you see this man, for example, he's a commander. He was a commander during the war. He doesn't know he's being filmed. He has no idea. Why do we have to secretly watch, the commanders? Why does it have to be in secret? And things like that you want to, think about with what people do and what people talk about when they do and do not know they're being recorded or being followed, and what kind of impression they're trying to make, and what they're talking about, and is it consistent? And those are the things you're going to want to do with history sources, okay? So I've got a calendar up. You're going to be watching the first 35 minutes of part 1. Make sure you get to that right away. You've got the essay in already, but you're going to be summarizing the Chelmno testimony by this Wednesday. Okay? And in case, what the heck, I'll do this. Let's go ahead and move it over to Thursday. Let's say by Thursday, you get the summary done of the first 35 minutes. That'll give you a little bit of time to ease into your other classes if they're having a little bit of trouble. And I'll move this one one day over to give you a little bit more time. And the 27th, I'll move it over to the 30th. So that'll move everything a little bit behind, one day back. It'll give you a little more time to write your summaries up and to get acclimated to the nature of what went down in the Holocaust with the testimonies, okay? So I appreciate your patience with me getting the class rearranged and reorganized and getting this unit up. But go ahead and jump into Chelmno and in the Shoah testimonies, and be patient if you could with the college while it adjusts to this new situation. We'll all get through this. The United States has gone through bigger things. So we'll get through this. So just be patient and go ahead and jump in the Chelmno testimony and do your best with it. But do pay attention to the instructions that you hear from your instructors for other classes. For the online instructors, there's no real shift. For the in-person classes that you may have, there will almost certainly be a change in how the instruction is delivered. Whether it's through Blackboard, which is one possibility, or through Canvas, which is what you're using right now. There might be different approaches. Some folks might work through Google or might work through other media. So just be patient and cooperate and work with folks, and we'll get through this, okay? Take care, folks. And again, thank you again for your own patience with this situation. Take care.